talk to you about a move called the Fantastic Four. Yeah, which is a nice, slow, big, under the leg bounce variation thing that you can do. So with this move, if we're transitioning from a Superman into a Fantastic Four, we've got that bounce that already happens in a Superman, so we're going to use that. And once that bounce happens, weaving poi, instead of going on the left side of our leg, we are going to come very close to hitting our nuts. Going to pull it to the inside of your left leg, so that you've got these two bounces happening. Okay, after that, you have both your poi sort of spinning horizontal here, which you can actually use as a transition as well. So you've got your poi spinning horizontally over on your left hand side, and what you want to do is get the poi that bounced first. Instead of just spinning around below your hand, you want that poi to come up above your arm. It'll take a little bit of practice to get the timing right for that. But yeah, you want it to just pop up above your arm. So after that poi pops up above your arm, you're going to do the same motion again, but going the other way, and with this poi bouncing first, so the one that didn't pop up above your arm. So that's going to bounce on the outside of your left leg. The poi that came up above your arm is going to bounce on the inside of your right leg, and then we're going to be back over this side again. Up to that point, it'll look like this. And then you're back over on the original side. So again, what you want to do, the poi that bounced on your left leg coming this way, you want that poi to come up over your arm, and the poi that bounced second on the inside of your right leg, you want that to swing around and bounce on the outside of your right leg again. Now this is back at the start of the pattern, so if you've done this once, you can stop there, pull your legs together and get back into a Superman. That'll look like this overall. Or you can continue the motion and keep doing the Fantastic Four. So the cool thing about this move is that it takes your Superman and it rotates it like that. Now it doesn't rotate it at exactly sort of like 180 degrees or so, because you have to sort of tilt your Superman to get into it. But the effect of that is that you can tilt out of it and be doing your Superman with the other poi leading. So if you've done this move just to there, then the next bounce that happens would be this one. So that's with your old weaving poi of the Superman. If you wanted to get out of it here, you can do that as well. Pull your legs together, and then your old bouncing poi will become your weaving poi. And you can do the Superman with the roles reversed. Then at any point, if you want to get back to the original Superman, you can just continue the Fantastic Four from that middle position, and then you'll be back doing your normal Superman. The cool thing about this as well is that if you learn your Fantastic Four the other way, so instead of starting from this bounce in the Superman, starting from this one, you can rotate your Superman the other direction. So now you have a tool to sort of rotate your Superman however you like. As well as this, there's one other thing we've learned that can switch roles in a Superman, which is that stall chaser. And you can use that as well to switch which roles are happening. So doing the Fantastic Four from your right leg, like we first learnt, to rotate the Superman, is like doing the Stalk Chaser on your right hand side. That'll also rotate it the same amount. Likewise, doing the Fantastic Four from your left hand side to your right side is like doing the Stalk Chaser on your left hand side and getting back into a Superman. So I hope you can see that the Fantastic Four is a good way to sort of move your Superman around, to rotate it, get the other poi lead you into some cool combos that'll get you back to your normal Superman, which you'll be comfortable with. Another cool thing about the Fantastic Four being like a tilted Superman is that in the same fashion that you'd have these Superman holds making like a plus sort of shape, with the Fantastic Four they make more of an X shape. So yeah, I found that kind of cool, and you can again sustain them as long as you want and get back into either your Fantastic Four or your Superman. The cool thing about the Fantastic Four is it doesn't have to be underneath your legs. You can use it as sort of a transition between anywhere. Really similar ways of doing it. Instead of using your legs, you can use your arms. So you can go leg, leg, or practically anything you can do. So you can go from your leg to your arm, leg to your arm, leg, arm, leg. Yeah, it's a whole lot of things you can do. Basically, they'll do the same thing as a Fantastic Four, where they can rotate your Superman and rotate it back. Something I've been playing with a little bit recently is doing the Superman in that orientation, which is a little bit weird, but you can get to it by using Fantastic Four transition up to the side. So using basically your whole body as that first leg and then your arm as that second leg, you can rotate your Superman essentially 90 degrees up to the side, and then instead of bouncing around your legs, you can be bouncing around your arm to do a Superman. And I think someone was mentioning recently that they wanted to know how to do Superman in Warplane. So that's one way to get your bouncing poi to a different place. You can also do it on your right hand side using your native arm as, I guess, what would be your right leg if you were Supermaning on your left leg. So you'd be doing that transition, bounce, bounce, and then you'll be up there for a Superman, which is a bit harder to do, apparently. Yeah, which is much harder to do. But in my last tech blog, I did a move where I was just transitioning up and down to both of those sides. So after doing those two bounces, then I'll be bouncing, bouncing, and then straight away transitioning up to the other side. So there'll be 3 bounces from this end right up to the other end, and then 3 bounces all the way back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's a nice little way to use your Fantastic Four to get Superman traveling around. Also, if you do your Fantastic Four in Warplane, you can do it by stepping forwards and then pretending we're facing this way, doing a Fantastic Four like that, but you can do it just facing forwards as well. yeah, which is a nice way to get Fantastic Four moving back and forward to an audience. Yeah, so it gives it a bit more dynamic, yeah, and a bit more appeal, I guess, to an audience that would want to see something coming at their face. Also, I think just doing a Fantastic Four sort of not systematically, so less at a like exact angle anywhere, is a cool way to have the poi bouncing around like crazy. Yeah, and it gives it that nice sort of chaotic effect. Cool. So I think that's about it for my tutorial on the Fantastic Four. I hope you found it easy to learn. Yeah, again, it's just a simple matter of getting that poi above your arm. I think was the main thing that I struggled with when I first tried to learn it. But once you have that shape working nicely, it should all fall together. Cool. So thanks for watching and see you next time.